What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to another episode of my Ruin a Random Ultimate Team series. You can see guys, I've got a few changes in the squad and I've bought a few other players. We'll take you through who I bought first. First of all, I bought Asaidi because he's got 5-star skills and 88 pace, comes from Liverpool. I bought him for 1,700 coins, pretty cheap. Need to get a left wing to left mid card for him to get that 9 chemistry, but he's going to be pretty good. Picked up Fellaini as well for 7,100, a little bit underpriced, but he's going to be a good CDM when I want to change out Javi Garcia. But for right now, we're going to use Javi Garcia because Fellaini's fitness is only at 79. I also went out and bought Ramirez, who cost me a fair whack, 21,500 coins. His price will drop in the next month or so. He'll probably settle at around 10 to 12,000 coins. That 88 pace is pretty beast with the big passing, dribbling, defending and heading. His shot is the only letdown, but I'm playing him in a CDM position. He only gets 7 chemistry because I don't have him in the correct position. I could go out and buy a card, but I just cannot be bothered. I also bought Robinho, guys. 23,500 coins. Got him just a little bit overpriced, but he came in the correct position, in the left midfield position, so I saved a few coins there. Should be able to sell him on for around the same amount of money that I bought it from. He's obviously got the 5-star skills as a 4-star weak foot, so that's pretty cool. And I bought Felipe Santana. I was shocked at his price. I picked him up for 7,300 coins, a little bit underpriced. He goes for about 8 to 8,500 on PlayStation 3. But when I bought him in my rise to fame about two and a half weeks ago, he was selling at like 19 to 20,000 coins. So his price has dropped hugely, but he is an absolute tank. So I've changed the team around a bit, guys. Got a little bit of a Brazilian hybrid Premiership thing going on. You know, hopefully it'll be pretty good. But I'm going to take you through the team and then we're going to get into a game, guys. So we've got Joe Hart in goal. We've got Eunice Cabal, David Luiz, and Felipe Santana. In midfield, we've got Robinho, Ramirez, Javi Garcia, Hatem Ben Arfa, and Adel Taarabt, and then up front we've got Balotelli and Darren Bent. So we're in Division 5 still, guys. We need 2 more wins to get promotion to Division 4 and 1 more win just to guarantee our position in this division. So hopefully this should be pretty cool. What I'm going to do today, guys, decided that basically for me right now, this is Friday night. Keep that in mind when you're listening to this. Jesus Christ, this guy's got a good team. He's got Van Persie up front, Mascherano, PK in defence, Pepe Reina in goal. That's a strange one. Sanchez on the right-hand side of midfield. I can't remember that guy's name on the left-hand side of midfield. We've got Contral at left back, and that's that Javi Garcia guy, I think his name is, right back, or Juan Fran. I can't remember his name exactly, but he hasn't got perfect chemistry. So this is going to be a really entertaining match, I hope. But what I'm going to do, guys, basically, this is, like I said, this is Friday for me, and there's a full Premiership fixture list tomorrow. Well, I say full, there's like 8 games. So we're going to take that into consideration. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my take on all the games. Go on, Ben Arfa. Yeah, I'm going to give my take on the games, basically, guys. So I've never really done things like this before. I don't really talk about football too much, but it's just going to be a simple, this is what's going on, oh, missed the overhead, this is what I think is going to happen and why, and then we can review on the Sunday's video whether or not I was right or not. So the first game tomorrow, guys, is a 12:45 kickoff. That's between Spurs and Chelsea. One of the biggest problems for Chelsea is John Terry serves a 4-match ban. Well, it's the first match of his 4-match ban tomorrow. So that's going to be a bit of a hindrance for Chelsea, but they have got pretty decent centre-backs to cover. Pedro, that's who's on the left. I knew it was Pedro anyway, but... and Spurs are doing pretty good right now, but Chelsea are top. They've won... well, they've won 6 out of their 7 games and drew 1. So although they're away from home and they don't tend to win at White Hart Lane very often, I do think Chelsea are just a bit too strong at the moment. They are playing very, very good football, and I do believe that they will go and get a 3-1 win. That's my prediction for the Chelsea-Spurs game. 3-1 to... oh, Balotelli, come on. 3-1 to Chelsea, and of course they are top of the table, and if they win tomorrow they open up a nice gap between them and second place. Even though Man City will still have, and Manchester United still have games to play tomorrow, it's still going to be a nice, you know, just a nice point difference. Look at that, corners OP, and Felipe Santana 10 minutes into his debut picks up a goal. The next game, guys, and I got these games from BBC's website. I just went on there and read down their list, guys. The next game we've got is Fulham against Aston Villa. Fulham are 9th, Villa are 16th. Villa have been in a lot of trouble the last few seasons, really in relegation zone and struggling. You know, since they've lost a lot of their best players. You know, I think Fabian Delph left, hasn't he? I can't remember. But Ashley Young has gone. You know, they've lost a lot of good players. Oh, look at the space Balotelli's in there. That's a hell of a ball. Oh, that's... Ah, why didn't you take a dive, Balotelli? Yeah, so Fulham against Villa. Villa just are struggling right now, like I said. Fulham are doing good. They're not doing great. They're currently sat in 9th place. Villa are only 2 points off the relegation zone as well. So they're, you know, they're going to have to fight to win, and they don't want to get in a relegation scrap. But you just believe that, well, I believe that Fulham are going to be too strong, and I think Fulham are going to take a 2-0 win against Villa. Could be a little bit more than that. Fulham are the type of club that are quite strange. David Luiz. If Fulham have a good game, they have a great game. If they have a bad game, they have a really bad game. They're quite a strange team. So yeah, I think we're going to go for 2-0. Like I said, guys, what we're going to do in tomorrow's video, tomorrow as you guys are watching this anyway, we're going to review these and see how close I was to getting even any results right. Knowing my luck, I'll probably get them all completely wrong now. But we'll see. This guy's really, really bad considering the team he's got. And I'm really, really bad considering that I should have just gone and scored there. The next game that we got on the list, guys, is Liverpool against Reading. So Reading are 3 points off the relegation zone. Liverpool aren't having a great season either. Apologies. Reading have only got 3 points. Wow, that was terrible. From 6 games. They are in the relegation zone. They're not 3 points outside of the relegation zone. So they're in the relegation zone. They're in trouble, in all honesty. You know, they're a team that's probably going to struggle the whole season. Oh, look at that. Tekker's bent. Unbelievable Tekker's. What a great goal. And Liverpool, although they've had a tough start to the season, you can never write them off. They're a really strong club, as much as, you know, I have banter with Liverpool and the Liverpool fans. Liverpool are a strong club, and I can see them taking a big win tomorrow, like maybe a 4-0 or a 5-0 win for Liverpool tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. So, oh, look at that pass straight over the top there. Go on, Robinho. Okay, I tried to do a fake Rabona there, I ended up crossing it. Yeah, so I'm going to go for a big win for Liverpool. I think this will be the sort of game that will help turn their season around, you know, give them a good bit of just morale, you know, a big morale boost, be nice to get a nice big win under their belts. If they do mess up tomorrow against Reading, they could be in trouble for the rest of the season, because they've got a young squad, and the young teams tend to thrive on, you know, morale and team spirit and stuff. I know that full well as an Arsenal fan, and hopefully if Liverpool do get a win, they'll push themselves back up the table, which is where they deserve to be. You know, they are a world-class club who have got world-class players, and you know, you can't really ever write Liverpool off. It'll be a struggle for them to make Champions League football this year, to make that top 4. But you know, a lot of people told me last season that Arsenal would never make the top 4, and you know, we managed to finish 3rd in the end of the season. So never say never, but Liverpool need to get a good run of games under their belt, and it could start here. So the next game we've got, guys, Man United against Stoke. Stoke are never an easy team to play against, but Man United, you know, they got Rooney back, he's playing games again. Van Persie is obviously on form. I can't see anything other than a Man United win, but Stoke are tough and they're always prone to scoring goals, and Man United always tend to struggle against teams like Stoke. So I think a 2-1 win for Man United, maybe a 3-1 win, but I definitely think both teams are going to score. I can't see Stoke getting a win, and if it is even a 2-1 win for Man United, I think will be a comfortable win for them. But Stoke's defence is so solid that I can't see Man United putting too many goals past them, you know. So we'll see there, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for United. Wow, that's some terrible attacking play. Oh, keeper! There we go. So the next game we've got, guys, is Swansea against Wigan. This was a really interesting game for me, and I had to look at the team sheets and stuff a bit more for this and see who Swansea have got available to them, because Wigan aren't a bad side, but they're not doing good this season. And Swansea, although they've just been promoted, they had a really good start to the season, but they've been falling from grace recently. You know, they've had after being in the top 4, and I genuinely thought if they kept that sort of behaviour up, that they would be able to come very high up in the table. But now they're, you know, probably mid-table is good enough for them, which is pretty good for a team that's just been promoted, you know. But you never really know what's going to happen. They could be the sort of team that had a really good start and then just fail and just, you know, drop massively down the table and end up going on a huge losing streak, and that won't be good for them. But you never ever know. Oh, come on, Balotelli. This has got to be a goal. Nope. Wait, near post OP. Oh, he's missed it. So I've actually gone for a 3-1 Swansea win, just pretty much because they're at home and for no other reason. Wigan are a strong side. This could easily be a game that finishes like 2-2 or something. I do see a lot of goals. Swansea concede and score a lot of goals. They're kind of like, in a very mild way, very much like Blackpool from a couple of years ago. You know, Blackpool were the kind of team that would probably put 3 or 4 past you, but almost definitely concede 4 or 5. You know, it was interesting football to watch. That's for absolute certain, but not the sort of football you want to watch when you're a Blackpool fan. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 Swansea win. If I'm completely wrong in these, that would be a shame. And by the time you're actually watching this video, guys, probably all of these games would have been played, other than the very last game, the Norwich-Arsenal game. So if I'm horrendously wrong, that'd be a bit of a shame. This guy's not posing much of a threat. I've not really been concentrating on the game much at all, but I'm dominating him. I've had 8 shots and 6 on target, 53% possession and 85% pass accuracy, which is pretty decent. Considering how little effort I am putting into this game. This is what you get with Division 5 though. It's pretty obvious to me. Pretty obvious to me, first of all, this guy's not playing anymore. But it's also pretty obvious to... Oh, he's just... Yeah, he's containing. Okay. But it's also pretty obvious this is the kind of guy that has gone and put a lot of money into the game as soon as he's got it and doesn't actually play very well. Which is good for me because it's an easy 3 points and probably an easy win, you know. And we need those points. And here goes Taarabt. Ball pops up. Taarabt drills it. Goal, 3-0. Thank you very much. The next game we've got, guys, is West Brom against Man City. Man City have had a really good run of form recently. They're a solid team, you know, and West Brom are not a solid team. They've had a really, really good season at the moment. They've got 14 points, which is actually more than Arsenal, and they're in contention for a Champions League spot at this current stage, which is crazy for a team like them. I don't expect their good start to last. You know, they picked up an early... Wow, what a goal. See, why don't you do that the whole game, dude? They picked up a good 3 points against Liverpool early on in the season, and I think that just gave them a lot of confidence to go on and beat the teams that they should beat, you know, but that are going to be low down in the table. That... Oh, that's a foul ref. That's a foul ref. Okay, it's not a foul. It's fine. Oh, and it's through. No, okay. Yeah, I just think that they had just a nice run of games, picked up some good wins, and so a lot of good points, and they'll be a good... You know, good shout for kind of European football this year. Perhaps not Champions League football. I don't for one second think that they will make it into the Champions League slots. But UEFA or Euro League, whatever it's called these days, I do think that they have got a small chance of doing that. If this guy scores again, I'm going to be pissed off. Oh, that is a great block. And again, look at that for some defending. Well done, Nepo. Yeah, so... Go on, Balotelli. There he is. He's through. He's through. He's through. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, boom. Does a defender. Sends it to the far post. Heads it back across goal. Oh, no. Oh, wow. I thought that would have been a corner. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go for a 4-1 City win. That's what I'm going to go for. City are strong. And even though West Brom are at home and have been playing well, I could just see, I don't know, I've got a good feeling about City tomorrow, and that's actually my game of the day, if you like. That's my game where I think you're going to get a lot of goals. So if you guys are into betting and you want to put some bets on over 2.5 goals, I definitely think that's the game to have it in. West Brom have got a good defence, but Man City are a strong, strong team, and if they're going to keep the pressure up on Chelsea, you know, no matter what happens tomorrow in the Chelsea game, it's going to be incentive for Man City and Man United, you know, because if Chelsea win, they're going to have to win to keep up in this title race and not let Chelsea get a big gap up the top. But if Chelsea lose to Spurs, wow, he's actually got back into this game. Jesus, I should not let him into this game. If Chelsea lose to Spurs, it gives a great opportunity for Man City and Man United to put some pressure on Chelsea and get back into contention, or get back in the top spots, you know. So it's a real important day for Man City tomorrow, and I don't think West Brom are going to be able to take hold of what Man City can offer. I really need to concentrate on this game for a minute, because this guy is doing good all of a sudden. By the way, guys, if you disagree with any of my football opinions, just remember that they are just football opinions. I'm not saying for any stage that this is fact. For those of you that don't know, for those of you that have been subscribed to me, kind of after about, I'd say 30,000 subscribers, fuck me, this guy's all over me right now. It feels like a different player, it genuinely does. Yeah, I stopped talking about football because as soon as I said anything about anything, people with different opinions to mine just went absolutely mental at me, and it was just gave a really negative vibe around my channel. So I stopped talking about it to try and get rid of that negative vibe. I just didn't want it on me, and that's kind of why I don't really talk about football. People can't accept that I make some mistakes when I talk about football. This is a live commentary. It's real hard sometimes to do commentaries and remember what I'm really trying to talk about and be thorough and detailed, so bear that in mind when I'm talking about what I'm talking about. And if I get like a name wrong here or there, please don't crucify me for it. It's just a simple mistake that I'm sure everyone will correct me on in the comment section anyway. Gone Robinho. Oh, that's got to be a foul, ref. That has got to be a foul. This is definitely a different player playing, by the way, 100%. So the next game I've got is West Ham against Southampton. Now Southampton have been really unlucky this season. They lost when they probably should have won against Man United. I'm not saying they should have won because of the way that they performed the game, but they conceded 2 really late goals to end up losing the game, which is really unfortunate. Definitely Man United deserves to win the game, but Southampton should have held on and picked up the 3 points there. So Southampton have been unlucky in quite a lot of games this season actually, and they really should have a lot more points than they've got. And I think that against West Ham, who are another team that are doing okay but struggling somewhat. Oh, he steps inside. Oh, that's a good save. Is that a goal kick? No way is that a goal kick. Fuck that. Yeah, I just think... Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, you jammy bastard. Please don't go and draw this game now, Nepo. If you throw this away, you can fuck off. There we go. Yeah, I think this is going to be just an interesting game. So, like I say, Southampton are really low in the table right now, and I think that's just through a lot of bad luck and just naivety in the Premiership, where those sort of games they would have gone out and got 3 points in the Championship, like they would have held on against a few lesser teams. But Premiership teams are just relentless and they never give up until the very end. And Southampton have experienced that firsthand this season. So I think they can do well against West Ham, but West Ham are doing okay so far this season, so I reckon I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw in this game, because Southampton like to score goals as well, but they also concede a fair old amount of goals. Wow, what am I doing? I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that. Give me the ball. Yeah, they concede a fair old amount of goals, so I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I really just couldn't pick a winner in this game, basically. And then the last game of the day, guys, which is pretty sweet because we're running out of time anyway, is Norwich against Arsenal. Now, this is a typical game where Arsenal will absolutely fuck up. Low team Norwich are currently 19th in the league. They've got, I think, 2 points or 3 points from the games they've played so far. They're not doing good. They're shipping a lot of goals. They're really struggling in the Premiership this season. And, it's going to be... Oh, that's got to be a goal. Oh, my God. How is he... Oh, they didn't want that go for the far post. That should be it, though. Yeah, Norwich are just really, really struggling. And Arsenal are on form, The only game we've lost is against Chelsea, where we could have held out for a draw or gone on to win that game. So that was a tough game, but I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Arsenal, even though this is the sort of game where Arsenal will arguably fuck up and end up drawing or conceding to a stupid game, a stupid goal, and then Norwich putting like 10 men behind the ball for the rest of the game. I don't think that's Arsenal this season, because all has been too good. Unlocking defences and, Podolski's on form. Giroud finally scoring goals. And Jovino, of course, is scoring goals, so I think we can beat them. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Arsenal, but it is the sort of game that we could go some stupid Norwich win or some, like 6-0 Arsenal kind of thing. So I'm going to be a bit conservative and go for a 3-1 Arsenal win. So they're my predictions, guys. I'm going to leave them in the description so we can look back and reflect on those at the end of the day. And I'll make a video letting you know, responding with how close I was on some of these. Obviously, picking the exact score is a little bit difficult. But picking the winners should be, I think I'm fairly good at this kind of thing. So, hopefully I've picked a few good winners there. And I'll be doing this as a weekly thing now, guys. So, although this is Ruin a Randomer, it's also going to have like a different title as well. I don't know what it is yet. I'll think of that when I upload the video. But, guys, I just want to thank you very much for watching. the support you continue to give me is absolutely amazing, and if you could hit that like button and that favourite button, it would be incredible. It helps out my channel a lot. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you want to leave your predictions in the comment section, feel free, and anyone that gets anything spot on, I will read it out in a video on Sunday or Monday. But guys, thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers.